Sam.
Hey man,
How are you, bro?
doing good.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man. That's an interesting question. Sam is a 24-year-old Christian music enthusiast who is looking to live life out according to the purpose of God, and so he's doing something in specific: music, career. I do hiking and stuff. So all those things, they don't define me, but they are part of the things I do. All in a bid to just find that purpose. So if I was to define some, that would be the most accurate representation of that in this season in my life. Yeah. Started way early, and for me it started with rhythm more than music, singing and stuff. I was doing some drumming, and I'd call it the Jans song early on in primary, and I tried to develop it to become something. I was like, oh, so those are what we call rhythmic patterns. Later on learned in high school. I took music, and so under the nurturing of my high school teacher, Mrs. Bibiana Geshiru, I was able to just find a space in music. It was not just a lesson, but also a space to get some fulfillment, some purpose, some meaningfulness in life. And so pretty much started pre-high school, in primary, was nurtured in Sunday school presentations and stuff, and had my first performance 6 days after initiation, if you know the big cut. And it was interesting, yeah. Performing in front of 1,000 people, but you're in pain and you still sing, and all. And then church came and took over. No, high school first, and then went into worship. And as they say, the rest is history. God has been faithful since then. Yeah. Gold. I have stolen it from the theme color for my music page. It's called Saem's Tunes, and so the theme color is gold. And the idea behind it, if you are to ask why, that's kind of my skin color. It's not golden, but it's yellowish and brown, and if you mix yellow and brown, it's golden. But it was coming from a place of music did help define things for me. And I was in a place where, self-esteem issues, oh, I'm too light, oh, and stuff. And so I was like, no, I will take confidence in the fact that I am the way I am. And music was one of the tools that God used to kind of hammer down or hammer in that point for me. So for me, music is golden. And also in the literal sense, it's beautiful, it's golden. It's like the golden age, the golden years. It's timeless, So yeah. Favorite food, it has to be chips with a side of some interesting pilau with coconut that I tasted, and on the side there's of course ketchup and all this stuff, and mayonnaise. Yeah, mix those three. I don't know what they do. And guacamole. Yes, just those four. Mix them up. Yeah, heaven. Casual. Yeah. Sneakers, Team Sneakers. Puts for anyway. But okay, can be argued, but sneakers for now. Oof. I'm transiting towards liking live recording, but I'm still in the studio phase. So for now, let me be true to myself, studio. keysNvoice has been such an awesome space platform to not only express my voice, but also to be able to gain a sense of understanding that your gift is not the only gift that can be used. There are so many others. There are so many people who are talented, and so keysNvoice has been this platform of consistency, of discipline, of talent and gift. And for me, that's very unique, especially post-COVID. It's been a space of therapy, a space of musical learning, a space of being challenged. Our teacher over here, I'll call him teacher because he has taught me a lot. Mr. Moas has been quite hard on me, so I want to keep it on record. He's very hard. Anyway, but he has been an awesome chap, pal, friend, and so the experience of both the worlds of friendship, the worlds of talent, and now the worlds of discipline and also therapy, like all, when they both combine, this is such a unique and beautiful space. And then add the consistency and the discipline. Yeah, there's quite nothing like it currently, and so I really appreciate this space, and I pray that it grows and becomes and buds into the vision that I have had from the founder. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's in store. Actually, I learned it today. Music is more than the melody and the lyrics and the harmony. Music conveys a message, and it's something to be one with the song and the lyrics, but it's also something else to be one in the message. And I think, especially in this space, you come here and you don't know your song. It's kinda, it's not helping anyone. It's not helping you. It's not helping me. So that is usually like the vibe around here. So there's a sense of, oh yeah, we are coming to do serious business. But beyond that, the serious business, you're coming to deliver a message to people. You're coming to be that vessel, to be that voice, that tool that God will use to someone else. Yes, you'll give your excellence, but you also need to be at the place of the song where you're giving it, or you're singing it, or you're playing it the way only you can. The message is always best when it is most original and not copy-pasted. And so, yeah, music is more than just the song, more than the lyrics and the melody, and there's always more to learn. I come here with my music knowledge. Mwalimu here is like, oh, you think, and he doesn't show it. It's more of he's playing things and I'm like, oof, mind blown. And I realize, oh yeah, I don't know. And it's a humbling thing to be at, but it's also a privilege to be at a point where you're saying, I don't know. Can't say more than that, but yeah, those two are my takeaways. I operate this page called Saem's Tunes, and in as far as music is concerned, that's a space where a nurturing of that idea and that purpose in music and through music, I'd want to follow through in. And so for me, the future, what it holds is very bright. It's not only seen by me, it's seen by peers. And I'm grateful to be in that place. I'm grateful that I can see I'm walking in purpose, but I'm also not ignorant to say that I should always yearn to seek out that purpose every day, fresh as though I never sought it. And so for me, the future holds Saem's Tunes becoming, who knows, a studio, becoming a space to nurture others, becoming an a cappella concert, as I shared with a friend of mine called Mark Keegan. Have you ever had an a cappella concert, like just a cappellas, and it's a concert and people, I don't know, it's just an idea in my mind. Saem's Tunes becoming platform for collaborations. Saem's Tunes becoming, probably I learn an instrument and we'll call it, this is keysNvoice, this will be Saem's Tunes and whatever the instrument and instruments and voice and whatever. But it's definitely very open. The future is very bright, and I can't wait to see what's in store. Can't wait to collaborate in the future with keysNvoice. Like it's so beautiful. Yeah, so pretty much I'd say come as you are. Like really as you are. Don't come with the notion I'm coming to shine. They are gonna know my voice. YouTube is gonna trend my name. Nah, just come with an expectation to learn. It always it results in interesting things. Come with an expectation to be corrected. Now that's not easy, but it's necessary. I'm not saying, I know I've painted a bad picture. No, this is a kind, very very well-meaning guy, so don't take me seriously on that. But come very expectant to have an experience, not just a session, but an experience of an experience that transcends music itself. It will go into life. Y'all will talk. Y'all will have a moment where you are probably also talking. You know, you're expressing what you feel through this song, through what you've come through. You will find a quite interesting place in here, a quite homely platform in here. And so come as you are, and come to learn, and come to share, come to minister. That's all I'll say. See you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Adios.